I don't know.
Why didn't we go into the screen?
What's going on, Brad?
What's going on?
You know what you're doing. Like, help me, where's Brooklyn Menace?
Oh, wait a minute. I can't believe we just did that.
It's okay. I'm sure everybody.
It's okay. Yeah, this is totally.
You know what? I'm too ugly to put on screen anyway. This is probably for the best, as long as they can hear me, right? What did you? Yeah. Oh, you know what? We're
gonna do this. We're gonna do this with this over top of us the whole time. There we are. Oh, hey, what's up?
Technical difficulties. We got this.
Hey, look.
This is the first time we've ever done a live stream.
I know. Hey, I can edit it out. You want to just do it over?
No. This is good. This is
okay.
This is gold, man.
This is YouTube gold. It is true. Okay, so we're here to talk about the best games for sale week sale 2. That's right.
Week 2. I was thinking about this. We were just talking right before we went live. This is like, if you don't know, like, which ones to get, because there's a lot of games on sale.
It's a lot of games.
And it can be overwhelming if you're like one of those guys that's just jumping into this going like, what do I get? First of all, get them all. If you can afford to, get them all. Load that puppy up.
If you can.
Get them all. They're all good. They're all fun.
We're gonna point out some ones that we think are definitely worth getting for sure. You know.
Yeah.
And let's pull up the game list real quick. Okay. I'll start off with which I think is definitely one of the definite must-haves out of this.
Okay.
There's no way I would skip on.
If you were you have to get one. You can only get one. What are you going to get?
I can only get one.
You can only get one.
I get Galacticon for $3.49.
You would bring that one up first.
You haven't bought Galacticon.
I have not bought Galacticon. I'm going to buy it
$3.49.
I know, blasphemy. The entire community has just shunned me because you told them I didn't have Galacticon
Jeff,
yet.
how can you not be playing this? Look at this thing.
Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, Galacticon.
Shame on me for not buying this already. You know, it's been busy. I just haven't had a lot of time to play a lot of games.
So many games
this one slipped through there. But yes, I'm definitely buying for $3.49 too. It's even one of the cheaper ones on the list this week.
It's one of the cheaper ones on the list. And I think some of the games that were just released are the ones I'm going to recommend probably in the very highest. There's games that I'm playing a lot.
Yeah.
But we can just go right down the list. I mean, in the first row,
I'm going to say the next one that you definitely.
What would be your definite that you would, out of all these games, would be the one that you would recommend the highest?
I would say Lode Runner Legacy.
Lode Runner Legacy. That's definitely a fantastic game.
It is really, really good. Now, with a caveat that I'm not sure if they fixed this bug yet. I'm not the only one that I've seen on the forums that has mentioned this. Is sometimes when you go to save your high score, it'll give you like a window that pops up and it'll say, "Do you want to save your high score or not?" Like, who wouldn't say yes to that? I don't know. But when you say yes, sometimes it just saves your high score. But sometimes it just freezes. And the whole thing locks up and then you don't.
And definitely for $8.39. I mean, that's a must buy.
It's so good though.
It's a must buy. I mean, let's just go from the first row. The must buys for me in that row would be probably Burgertime and Alligator Hunt of that whole row.
Alligator Hunt for sure. That one surprised me because I didn't think that a game that had the reticule would work well with an arcade stick. I think that game's really going to shine when we get trackballs.
Yeah.
But it actually does play very, very well, and it's a ton of fun. And what was the other one that you said? Burgertime?
Burgertime, 100%. It's a classic arcade game.
It's growing on me. It's growing on me.
It's like, if you love classic arcade, it's a AAA title. It's one of the bigger titles they have.
I do recognize that one is a huge classic. I didn't play it much as a kid, but
for me, it's part of my when I was a kid. I mean, Burgertime was always something that was at the arcades and was popular.
What would you avoid in that first list? Because I got a couple.
Bottle rockets.
Battle Rockets is horrible. Absolutely trash. Burglar X, no good. I did play a little bit of the I call it Buttasan, but I think it's pronounced Buttasan. And I don't know, different. It's
for me. I played all these games last year when I tried them all, and none of them really grabbed me. So I'm going to stick with the first row. My choices would be Alligator Hunt and Burgertime.
For sure. Those are two
good
row
choices. 2?
Row 2, let's see. Well, Donut Dodo jumps out. That is a must buy.
Donut Dodo is absolute. Sure. That's in the top 5 for sure.
I am a lover of eggs, but that's a hater.
That's also a must buy too for me, because it is one of those games that is a good classic retro type game. I think it's great.
He's running around. He's busting combos on little tiny circle eggs. He's busting chickens out of eggs. He's slapping spiders with chickens. He's hitting people with his eyeballs. He's walking around. He's like a little tiny red thing, circle creature. He's got a nom nom monster coming after him. The nom nom monster continues. He's trying to kick the eggs into the nom nom monster. He did it. He does it. He knocks the nom nom monster out of there. Look at him kick those little baby. He kicks those baby chickens out of here. It's unbelievable. It's like Ron Burgundy getting his favorite animal kicked off a bridge on a glass box of emotion. Eggs being bumped left and right. Little baby chickens coming out all night.
It's a great game.
Here's an interesting one. I'm going to ask you about this one. Dragon's Lair 2. Now, I know you're going to say buy it, but why do I need that if I haven't been able to beat Dragon's Lair 1 yet? Isn't it the same game?
You don't, but the thing is, no, it's completely different. Like if Dragon's Lair 2, the whole mechanic of the game is like you pick up these treasures as you go, and to finish the game, you have to have collected all these extra treasures you can get as you go through the scenes. So it's a little more complicated than Dragon's Lair.
There's more to it than...
For me, though, out of those 3, like if I was to pick up the second one, I would pick up Space Ace as my number 2.
Okay.
Like, I would definitely not get like Dragon's Lair 2 over Space Ace. To me, Space Ace would be higher. Because
I have Dragon's Lair, obviously, but I never got. I think I picked up Space Ace, but I was kind of like, okay.
If you're fans of if you're a fan of the Laserdisc games, you can't go wrong with getting them all. I mean, they have all 3 Laserdisc Don Bluth games on iiRcade. They all play great, and so now, in row 2.
Well, in that row, I would also say, if you don't have another way already to play it, City Connection is a great game. It is available in like 8,000 different ways to play that game. So I've heard that
City Connection is very similar to SUBOCTO, which is a game I'm probably going to recommend as well.
Okay, yeah.
So I haven't played City Connection. So for me, that's a game I'm picking up during the sale and checking out. That's a game I'm going to purchase. Congo Bongo is another
Doling's Invasion is really, it's a very Arkanoid type game. That one's actually kind of fun.
It's a brick breaking game.
Yeah.
Okay. And Doling's Arcade is like what, like kind of a Space Invaders kind of sort of game.
Okay. Or did I get them backwards? I get these two mixed up. One of them's really good, and the other one's the Doling's Arcade is like not Peggle. What's the one you have the little thing and it shoots? Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what it was called. They had it. It was on Neo Geo. Bubble.
Oh, it's like Bust a Move.
Bust a Move. Yeah, it's like Bust a Move. Yeah.
Well, kind of, but it's kind of like a brick breaker too. Okay.
Yeah, so if you like those kind of games, that's actually not too bad.
Okay.
So for the sale price, that's when you want to pick those up for sure.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Domi or Domi. That could be a sleeper. I may want to just check that one out. Give that a 30-minute trial.
Congo Bongo, if you're into the Sega classic game, it is a hard game. It also has diagonal controls like Qbert, but it plays well on iiRcade.
I'm debating whether I want to go back and get it. I originally got Congo Bongo because of all the hype, and I never played it in my life. And so I had no nostalgia for it, and I refunded it because I was like, what is this? This is like a...
It's like hard. It's harder than you would think it would be, like, because the perspective... Like
I didn't think it was hard at all. I thought it was insanely easy, and that's why I just refunded
it. You made it through all 4 levels?
Ish.
Yeah, okay, come on, man.
Two
not easy. I've never heard anyone say Congo Bongo is an easy game.
Well, for
$6.99, hard old school arcade game.
I will be willing to try it again, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
If I refund it twice, Michael's Fayback will be messaging me like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
So I think those are definite winners in that row.
There's some good ones in that row. Okay, row 3.
Galacticon we already mentioned was my top pick. Longhead's another great game for whatever is it, $5.69.
Longhead was pretty cool. Yeah, you guys.
Longhead is very cool.
Now I want to ask you about this one. Have you tried light grid racing with the restrictor gates? Because you got Glenn's restrictor gate, right?
Yeah.
Because when I played that, I had no restrictor gate, and it was too hard to control.
Yeah.
And so I instantly refunded it. But now that I have the restrictor gate, I may want to revisit that one.
Yeah, I might try it again.
But there's another game that's like that that'll be coming up later in this list that I think is probably better. So we'll talk about that when we get there. I was disappointed in Groundskeeper 2. It's just a really, really light game. I thought it would be more in depth than it was. You're just literally running back and forth shooting stuff. Like, I didn't see the point in that one. Knights and Guns is, if you're going to play a game like that, Knights and Guns is a better game and it has more depth to it.
Have you played this game, Gumbarage?
I have not, but if we got a spinner, I would pick that thing up in a heartbeat. Because that's a spinner game for sure right there. I just didn't think it would work well with a joystick, but I could be wrong. I think this
game is fun. I've played this one. This one, it's like it combines like a pinball mechanic,
with
it's kind of a brick breaking mechanic. It's a pretty fun game.
I heard that the sound is really good in that one too. I think obviously you said Longhead and Galacticon, but I think the third must buy on this row is Jetpin Arcade. I like that game. It reminds me a lot of like a Sonic Spinball or something. Okay. So if you want like a virtual pinball feel, that one's definitely better than Panic Road, which is further down the list. In my opinion.
You already mentioned Lode Runner Legacy, but they also have all the arcade versions of Lode Runner. Yep. If you want to revisit those. And Lode Runner Legacy does have a bunch of unlockables though, doesn't it? Like if you get far enough, you can unlock like a bunch of extra levels.
I feel like with the Lode Runner, and this could just be me, I don't feel like you need all 5 of these Lode Runner games unless you just really love Lode Runner and you just want more of it.
Some people do.
They're so similar that you can scratch the itch with just getting one of them, in my opinion, and that's enough for me. But you might have like beat the entire game and you're like, I need more Lode Runner, in which case, more power to you. Pick them up while they're on sale. But yeah, there's 3 more of them down in the next row here. So
I see that.
2, 3, 4, and Legacy. Legacy is the best one in my opinion.
Legacy, it would be what I would say would be the must buy for me. But if you have nostalgia for the other ones, why not pick them up cheap? Lucky Boom, Magic Purple, Mickey Monkey.
Well, Lucky Boom. There's 2 games that are similar in here. There's Lucky Boom.
Pang is good.
You think Pang Adventures is better than Lucky Boom? Because they're basically the same game in my opinion.
I think so. I think so.
So, I think they're appropriately priced. If you want the better of the 2, I'd say get Pang Adventures.
It's the game
if you want to save a couple bucks, get Lucky Boom. It's almost the same game. So, I think
to me, the only must buy in this row that's a must buy for me would be the Lode Runner Legacy. I might get the Mickey Monkey game because Brooklyn Max was playing it once. It looked kind of fun. So, looked very old school though.
You tried Mystery Stones? That one kind of looks...
It's pretty good. It's a lot like Eggs with an Indiana Jones theme. If you like Eggs, you'd probably like it because you push the stones and they do what the stones and eggs do. The eggs do, and it reminded me of Eggs.
Monkey is like Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah.
Not kind of, sort of. It's. I mean, you have to play it more to get a feel for it. But it seems like one of those games that it's like, it's like looks like it's easy till you play it. There's a lot to it, I think.
Magic Purple is magic garbage. Is that pretty much your take on that? I have not played that one. It does
Next
not look
road, we got
at
what? Panic Road.
Cuddles loves Panic Road.
Cuddles does love Panic Road.
He does love that. So you know what?
Cuddles is here. You'd have us make us get it.
Yeah, he would make it. Now I tried it. The physics are way off on that. It's not as good in my opinion as Jetpin Arcade, but if you like the stuff that Cuddles recommends, there you go. Peggle. That's not the good version of Peggle. The good version of Peggle is the one that came out on Xbox 360. This is not that.
I think this is the arcade version though. So you got Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory, which is the follow-up to Burgertime that no one even knows about usually. If you're into old school arcade, it's a very deep cut. It does play well, but probably not for everybody.
Does it have leaderboards on it? Let's see.
Don't think so.
Let me check. No leaderboards. Come on, Michael Spaybeck. Put some leaderboards and I'll buy it. And put leaderboards on there this week, and I will buy Peter Peppers.
Yeah.
This is what, see, and honestly, some of these, if they had leaderboards, I totally would buy them.
You would have more competition,
Yeah, like Pop Flamer, I'm not interested in that, but if it had leaderboards, I'd probably pick it up.
You got Pipi and Bibis. It's one of the most M-rated games on iiRcade. Does have full nudity in it. So if that is something that you like, get it. Otherwise, I would say beware of Pipi and Bibis.
Let's
it's
clarify
a good thing
here.
Or bad thing. This is an adult game.
Is this like cartoon nudity or is this
cartoon nudity? No, it's not like photos of girls or anything.
Okay.
Basically, if you do good enough,
full action video.
if good enough, their clothes disappear on the in between scenes. So yeah, it's just a warning. But it is a fun game. It's actually pretty fun to play.
Everyone's buying it right now.
Pop Flamer. I have a review of it on my channel if you want to check out PP and BBs.
Okay, I think I did see your review on that actually. Rodland is a cute kind of fun little game. That's a good one to play with your kids. Yeah. Round Guard, pricey, but it's fun. What do you think of that one?
Not played it. What do you think of it?
Really? Oh yeah, I played it. It's not worth $14 to me, but it's good.
What
it's
about
certainly
Santa Throw?
Better price than $20.
What about Santa Throw?
Santa Throw is the must buy in this row. I know that
city game. I'm just going to say this. If it was me, I would just buy all the in-city games because they're all good.
I'm telling you, you guys are probably laughing watching this. Like Santa Throw is no, it is super addicting. It is super addicting. I introduced it to my son because I was playing it for this video that I made just on my channel, and I introduced that to my son, and he started playing it, and he couldn't stop playing it. It's like super addicting. It's very much like whack-a-mole. It's like whack-a-mole meets Tapper, but with a Santa theme. I don't know how else to explain it.
Okay.
Snake Core is also really good. Snake Core it's like Light Grid Racing, I guess. No, it's not like Light Grid. It's like Snake. You know the classic game Snake?
The classic game Snake?
Where you eat the dot and then you grow longer.
That's an orange pixel game, right?
Yeah. And this one is really good. You get like different powers and stuff. It's so it's like almost an RPG element to it. It's a sleeper. I think this one goes under the radar. People don't talk about this one, but this is a pretty cool game.
Okay.
Especially if you liked Snake back in the day. I remember playing Snake on my Commodore 64. Okay. Yeah, I am that old, okay?
Snake Core, yep.
But that scratches that itch for $5.59. I mean, that's a good one.
Okay, so Snake Core. Okay, Snow Brothers 1 and 2. We'll just talk about this row. On this row, I'd say the must-have for me would be there's two good ones: Space Ace and Space Harrier.
Okay,
those are must-haves of the classic arcade games that are in here.
So then I want your opinion on Super Burgertime, because you said Burgertime's a must-have. What's different about Super Burgertime? It's just better. It's just upgraded graphics and stuff.
Super Burgertime is it's different graphics, and I think you can play 2-player too.
Oh, okay.
So you can play
better than the first one, or not as good?
I still like the original the most because it's like it's kind of its own game, but it takes like the mechanics of like building burgers and stuff, and it's still a lot of fun. I mean, I've played all Super Burgertime all the way through to the end. It's fun. It's fun. It's a good game, and it controls well.
Now, I know one guy in the community that would say Toe Jam and Earl is the definitive game on this list to get, and I did pick it up. I don't understand the game.
Yeah,
the music is awesome, but I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Collecting parts or something. I mean, it's like
it's kind of weird.
I'm
it's
so confused.
Weird,
yeah, it's a weird game. But
you either love it or you're just confused by it, and I think I'm just kind of confused by it. But
SUBOCTO is a good game. It's another in-city game that's fun to play. It's a retro modern game for sure.
That one I need to definitely pick up. I think I was turned off by the happy birthday music, but it sounds like they changed it.
Yeah, they changed it. They have an alternate track now, but it's fun. It's definitely got like it's like those games like Donut Dodo, Longhead, SUBOCTO. They all have that retro modern. It's like it feels like it could have been a classic arcade, but it's a modern game.
So there's a few on this list. I don't know much about Spunky Supercar.
Ultra Mission is a Berserk ripoff with the controls aren't really perfect. So I would say, I mean,
you can cheese that one onto the leaderboards too.
You can cheese it too. You can stay on one screen.
Yeah, that kind of ruined that game for me. It was a cool game, but once you realized you could just keep dying and then get the one up and then die and then get the one up and just never get it, you can.
Spunky Supercar. Kevgred has a review of it if you want to check it out. It's like a ColecoVision game, but it's a reimagined game.
There's Space Ace and Space Harrier, so those are good ones on this list. But SUBOCTO, Space Harrier, Space Ace, I'd say are the winners on that row. And I don't know anything about Zero Eyes. It looks horrible.
Okay. So,
but I mean, there's a ton that I don't have on this that I'm gonna have to pick up, and it's gonna cost me a fortune. So,
yeah, they got a lot.
So we got the top.
Let's go ahead and fine tune this list. Okay, so the ones that we have so far, and I'm gonna have to add some. I said Donut Dodo, Galacticon, Space Harrier, Congo Bongo, Burgertime series, Alligator Head, Longhead.
Wow, what a great
SUBOCTO.
This is good.
The Laserdisc game, Space Ace at Dragon's Lair 2. I put Space Ace ahead of it. The only M-rated game on the system if you want it. Lode Runner Legacy, Eggs. Now we need to add some games. You said Snake Core was good?
Snake Core is good. See, if it were me
is it list worthy though?
I would put it over Pipi and Bibis or Congo Bongo, but I mean, I know that's blasphemy to a lot of people to take Congo Bongo off, but how many? Let's see, are you doing top 10? Is that what you're doing? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I can't count. You're moving it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 12 already.
We got 12 already.
Oh no.
So
are you trying to whittle this down to 10?
Want to whittle it down to 10?
I mean, I think if you're going to put a 13th one on there, then I think Snake Core would be a good contender for that. But
okay. Let's whittle it down to 10. Is there anything in here that you would definitely said has to be in here that's not in the 10?
Oh, that's not in there yet?
I'll make it easy because this game is. We'll take PP and Bibis out of there.
That would be the first thing.
It's just an odd duck that gets rid of one.
Oh.
So what else can go to make a top 10? Eggs?
Oh man. I mean, a couple of these, to be fair, I have not played Galacticon or SUBOCTO yet, but I'm pretty sure that those belong on this list from what.
Yeah, Galacticon's like a top 5 game for iiRcade to me. I mean, it's that good. If you like Defender or Joust, it's like it's as good as those games. And you know how hardcore I am into like classic.
I mean, if I had to take one off of this list myself, it would be either Burgertime or Congo Bongo. But I know those are classics, and you fight me all day long over those two, right?
Yeah, so we could take Eggs off.
Eggs is probably
Eggs is a deep cut.
amazing. Oh, he got squished in between his eggs. Dos huevos, no bueno para mí. He got squeezed in between those eggs, like when you sit down too fast on the toilet and you realize you're 45 years old. Oh my God, he's cracking little baby chickens out. Look at the spiders going around, putting the chickens back in the eggs. The little crackhead baby red chickens running around. Look at the crackhead baby red chicken. He gets freed. He's got little baby chickens. One's got the Rona, and he's done. Rainwater Games is out. Put your quarters on the glass. Rev 5, we hope you enjoyed the game called Eggs.
And it is a frustrating game. So like
for me, eggs belongs on the list, but I can see how most of the community, I think, would agree that does not belong on the list.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 now?
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
We do. Okay.
There you go. So there's the top 10 in no particular order.
No particular order, yeah.
So you got $50 to spare or whatever. Go pick these ones up. That should get you started with arcade games for sure. And man, this is a solid group this week. I mean, these ones. This was almost, to me, this was an easy list because this one. Most of these games are either the worst duds on the system or
this is
some of the best
really
games
shine. Yeah, some of the best. And some
I mean, this was a polarizing. There's not a lot of mediocre games in this list. They're either awesome or total garbage. And I can't say that about every category. Like the shmups would be a hard one to do because
the shmups I'll probably buy everything I don't
they're
have.
all good.
It's gonna be
I already have every single one. I literally have every shmup.
First of all, they have Toplin, and every Toplin game is a masterpiece. Like I would say buy the entire Toplin library of shmups.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because if you're into that genre, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bad shmup on the system. That's the thing. Like whereas this category, like I said, they're either great or trash. So this is a hit or miss. We didn't say anything about emoji music. What do you think about emoji music?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I really wanted
to like
that. I wanted to like it. I thought this is going to be like Guitar Hero on my arcade, and it really kind of wasn't. And I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, they'd have to deep discount that one, but I have it, but I don't play it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd play it either, honestly. Just not my jam.
I think the tough decision ones to for some people this week are a couple of the more like expensive ones that are kind of like Knights and Guns. Like, because that one's still a $10 one, but is it worth $10? And I think that's where some people are going to go, well, it's a good game, but I could get 2 other games. You know, I can get Galacticon and Longhead, and it would cost me less than Knights and Guns. And those would have been a much better choice, you know.
Okay, well, I think we summed it up. Sounds good.
Add to cart. Add to cart. All right. Well, I got